Did I say Facebook? Let me say
You did.
YouTube.
Sorry. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube.
Hey everybody on YouTube. What's up? What's up? What's up? Facebook. What's up? What's up? What's up? Tell your friends. Come on, join us. And yeah, let's have some fun tonight. This evening, talking about finding your Boaz. Right, where you at?
14 seconds.
Man, this weather has been like crazy.
Why do I have this hat on? Because I'm not untwisting my twists.
You cool?
Anything.
You are fine, guys. Is it the hat with the like kind of thing?
I wish I had that.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about though?
Them things $40 for one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
When I get rich.
But you get rich. Making sure I'm still be heard. Hey, y'all out there joining me on the Linda D. Lowe Show Girl Talk. I want to thank everybody who's on Facebook. Thank you for joining in. I want to thank everybody who's on YouTube. Thank you for joining in. And those who are listening via brightradio.com or via the app, thank you so much for tuning in. And today, man, we're talking about a topic, again, all of these topics are like hot topics. We're talking about finding your Boaz, finding your Boaz. Everybody now is just talking about, where's my Boaz? Where he at? I think he missed me. And so everybody is talking about this topic here. And I have today joining me on my Girl Talk squad, I have Miss Cassie. Say, what's up, Cassie?
Hey, hello, hi. Oh, where am I looking at? There it is.
Girl, everywhere.
Everywhere.
And I have Miss Niobe here with me.
Hi.
And I have Alicia here with me, who came all the way down from Philly.
Yeah.
So we got Philly up in the house here in the DMV. And I just want to thank you all so much for joining me. Ladies, have y'all heard about the case that's going on in Baltimore with Freddie Gray and
They
the
said they
trial?
found the officer innocent.
Yes.
Of everything.
Yes.
That's what I heard the whole time I was driving up here.
Yeah.
Freddie Gray case.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I'm feeling some kind of way about it.
Yeah, I hope there's no riots or anything.
I feel like there's
I
going to
think
be
they
though.
don't already.
It's inevitable.
That's I'm thinking.
I feel
that
like
as
they're
well.
inevitable. Like from the previous cases, even back to Trayvon Martin, everything we fought for everything. So I feel like a riot's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think something's going to happen, but I don't know exactly what. But I'm just like, what? This is the second officer who was found innocent, right?
Yeah. I'm not really so surprised though.
Yeah, I'm not
when I heard
surprised
the
either.
final outcome, I'm like, oh, okay.
Nothing changed from the last time, so
Yeah.
why would this outcome be any different?
Yeah, so I was just like, okay, this is crazy. What's going to happen? And now they're calling, the department's calling for them to drop the other charges. I mean, not charges, but to just drop the whole case against everyone else. Because they feel like, okay, well, these officers are innocent. So let's just drop the whole thing. But anyway, so I don't know. It's just crazy. It's a conspiracy to me. Yeah. And so I don't know what y'all think on Facebook. What y'all think on YouTube? Let me give you my number so that you can call me. Again, we're talking about finding your Boaz, or for the guys out there, finding your Ruth. Do you think it's possible? Do you think you have been overlooked? Do you think it is possible to have somebody like Boaz or like Ruth. So let me give you my number. It's 888-BRIGHT, BRITE 86. Make sure you use that. So call me. Questions, comments, whatever. We just want to get this rolling.
Let's go.
So I posted this question on Facebook, and the question is, would you trust your parents or someone close to you to pick a mate for you? Would you trust your parents or someone close to you to pick a mate for you?
No.
No.
Okay,
No.
by you saying someone close to you, close to me, how? Like my best friend, or
It could be a best friend. It could be whomever, your right hand.
I would like my best friend, but not my mom.
yeah,
Not
not
your
my
mom.
parents.
My
not
mom,
parents.
she tried to hook me up with this old guy on Facebook. And
How-
it's like,
how
I
old?
promise. He was like in his 40s.
Oh.
Family friend. I was like, no.
I think that I could trust my mom to pick a date for me or pick a guy for me. I think we're pretty close and she knows my personality and how I am, so I think she would be somewhere along the lines of somebody I might pick for myself. My best friend probably too, but we have different tastes, so I don't know about that.
Okay. So you say no. You say no to your mom,
Yeah, no to my mom.
but yes to your best friend though.
Yes, my best friend. Yeah.
Okay.
Because, you tell your best friend everything. You know?
They know what
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
looking for.
I won't tell
what
my mom
you like.
everything.
See, I kind of do tell my mom almost everything, so
Okay.
I don't know. That's probably why it's a little bit different for me. I would
Mhm.
choose my mom because she kind of knows almost everything about me. So
Okay.
Is your mom younger?
younger as in,
Like under 50?
well, she's actually about to be 50, so not really, but we're pretty, she's pretty cool.
So you think age has something
Yeah,
to
my
do
Yes.
with
mom's in her
this?
60s. So
Well, your mom isn't
My
50.
mom, yes, she is.
Your mom is not.
Okay, well,
Don't
you're not watching this, mom. I told you. Yes, my mom is 50, and I would trust her in a sense just because she knows what I'm looking for. It's not always what she would want for me, but she understands like those things work for me. My dad, on the other hand, no, there's no way because I would probably get like a little hermit man that would like live with. Yeah, I would be single for the rest of my life. He'd probably give me a puppy and be like, "This is your mate.
This is your.
This is him." So probably my best friend will probably like she said, we have different tastes in men just because we're different people, but she knows me to the sense where like she would say, okay, this guy would be good for her. He's not really good for her, so I won't like put them on.
And sometimes your best friend knows things about you that you don't even know.
They pick up on like how you act around certain people, and that's why they're the people like, look, this isn't gonna last, and you think it is, and then like a week later or 2 hours later, it's over because they knew like they're not good for you. They're not.
So you're telling me you said something I want to address, but I do have this. You're telling me that none of your friends ever hooked you up with somebody that you was like, this dude, why you hook me up with this guy?
No.
Okay.
Really?
I never let it get to that point. They mention someone, I'm like, absolutely not. No way.
Okay, so my friends, they do the whole like, okay, so they have a date and then their date is bringing a friend, so I'm the friend to like be helpful, to like come with
You're
them.
the wing girl.
No, right.
I'm the wing girl a lot of
Okay,
times.
I
Like,
can
I
be
don't
the wing
mind
girl. I
that.
don't mind being the wing girl, but don't expect it to go
Yes.
past anything but the first date. Like that's it,
Okay.
because you knew that wasn't.
And that's a
for me.
conversation that you have.
Yes, I'm coming on the strength of my friend.
Yes.
For her.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm here to support her the whole way. Support her, and then we're leaving. That's it.
But nobody has ever been hooked up with somebody where your friend like, well, let me hook you with this guy.
No,
They're not my friends.
No,
It's like,
no.
If it's a bad guy, no, that's
Well, it's not necessarily. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad guy in terms of character or something, but just somebody you be like, you know what were you thinking when you told me to go out with this guy?
Yeah.
Somebody could put in a good word, but I can look at them and be like, this
Right.
isn't like you told them that you would try, and you've tried, so let's not.
Yeah.
Let's just not go any further than that.
Yeah, and we've all been on those bad dates.
Yeah.
Too many to count.
I remember I was on this date with this one guy, and this was a long time ago. I think when I was in high school, we went to the movies to see a movie called Lake Placid. Horrible movie, okay?
Years ago.
Forever ago. The movie was so stupid, okay? And this dude was in the movie theater, and it wasn't a comedy or anything like that. I mean, this dude is just cracking up, and I'm sitting beside him like, what are you laughing at?
Psycho.
Okay, right. And he's in the movie. And I'm like, dude, can you like?
I probably would have moved seats. I would've been like, okay.
I probably would have went to the bathroom and never came.
And never right.
I would have been texting my friends like, you gotta be kidding me.
No, I'd be like, friend, call me, say something is wrong. I got
Had
to go.
I, if I drove there, I would have left.
But
But
you didn't have a choice.
yeah, and Uber didn't exist. Then, so I had to get him to take me back home. So I just dealt with it. Was like, okay, yeah, first, last, never again. So finding your Boaz. So just going back to you would trust your parents. You would trust your mom, not your dad per se. But you wouldn't necessarily trust your mom because you said, okay, with your best friend, they know you. They know things that you may not necessarily know about yourself. Well, what about your parents? They raised you. They lived in a house with you for so many years.
The relationship's different because you share
Yes.
different things with your friends.
And then
versus your mom.
your friends see you sometimes in a different light than your parents do. Like, I don't want to say it in a bad way, but sometimes some situations that you're in, you experience those situations as far as like with God and things like that. You experience those with your best friends because they're right in the, like, especially because I'm in college. So let's say I'm talking to some dude and he hurts my feelings. My friend is there. I'm talking to her as it goes on. I can call my mom later and tell her about it, but my friend was there to see how I reacted, how he treated me, things like that. So they kind of know more in a sense. So.
And I would say they know you from a different standpoint, from a different angle. Now, would you take their advice? Maybe if you wouldn't hook them up. No. Well, I know you would, right?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I take advice from parents, friends, people that are close to me. I take it into consideration. Like, as far as me being okay with my parents or my mom picking someone for me, it's more so my mom because we have a closer relationship. Like, not my dad or my stepdad, anything like that. But I do agree that your friends see you probably in a different light than your parents do. But I feel like probably like 90% the same around my friends that I am around my mom, besides the maybe ratchet side. Like, slightly, but my mom sees that too, so it's okay.
Okay, your mom see the ratchet side of you too. So finding your Boaz. Tell me, what are y'all hearing about this?
When I think of Boaz, I think of a strong chocolate brother with muscles, working in the field, like
That's funny
leaving
that
stuff for me to find.
What you gonna scavenger? Somebody else, I was talking to somebody else too, and they described it just like you did. And I told them, I said, well, Boaz was an old man, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Denzel Washington old.
Okay, but see, that's
that old man that your mom
That's
tried to hook you up with on Facebook. He was an old man.
But old in the Bible days was probably different than old now.
No, I feel like old in the Bible days was still old.
Yeah, he was old. She was pretty young.
Yeah,
She was pretty right. I don't know the exact age of her
But it was
or
a large
of him,
enough gap.
but it was a big enough gap because, and this is why how I know he's old. Because when he talked about how Ruth went to him to lay at his feet. Now I don't know if I'll be going to lay at any dude's feet.
That's
okay?
a little much.
I'm not. Yes. So he said something like, "Oh, you didn't go after one of the younger guys," and I was like, "Let me find out Boaz was a sugar daddy." Let me find out he was an old man.
Wealthy,
He was definitely wealthy.
And he was leaving her gifts for her to be in the field. So
Yeah. Only thing was she wasn't looking for a sugar daddy. She just
Right.
found him.
Right.
So, kind of.
is that better than looking? Just finding them?
Yeah, they come to you.
They're supposed to come to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of what, I mean, she got noticed. Let's say that. She got noticed. She was out working hard, and he noticed her. Like, who is this girl out here working as hard as she's working? She's picking up the scraps and everything else. And so he noticed her. And so it's almost like, well, are we in the places to be noticed? Because sometimes we'll try to go to certain spots, go out to the club here, go to this club there, go to the latest club or whatever, you know, and we try to get noticed. But for her, it was like she was just working. She was just grinding. She was just hustling.
Yeah.
Okay, because they was dirt poor. So she was out there getting her hustle on, and there she is, voila, notice.
I feel like you can do both though. Like, I mean, I try to balance my work and play life. Not necessarily to get chose, but to meet different people. That's how you meet, you know, possibly your mate, by, you know, connecting with other people and getting into different social circles. So I feel like I do a little bit of both, but not in the purpose of getting chose or anything like that. Just because I enjoy being around people and people give me energy.
Okay. So but like you said, not necessarily because I'm going on the hunt, right?
Yeah.
Right. Right. And I think we all do. We are able to get out there and socialize, basically, so that we can meet different people, and then, you know, from there, maybe somebody will catch our eye, or maybe not, you know.
Well, I feel like some women, some of my friends, they're like scared to talk to guys, like when we go out.
What do
like
you mean?
straight. Okay, so like if I'm at like a happy hour or something like that, and I'm next to a guy, I'll just like casually like, oh, I like your blah blah blah, and then we'll just strike up a conversation, not being thirsty or anything, just because I like talking to people. And they'll be like, oh, what are you talking to that guy? I'm like, you just say hello. He's a human being. Hello, how are you doing? You strike up a conversation, and then nothing comes of it. Something comes of it. Whatever. Just like, yeah.
Right. It's just small talk. Here in the restaurant,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
wherever you are, and usually, and I'll try to do the same thing sometimes. But I notice that those who are introverted, they have an issue. Well, not an issue, but they're more so they're not going to jump out like you did.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to be kind of an outgoing person to do that. Like, I used to be the introvert, like, not approaching guys or just waiting for them to come to me. But now I think since I'm getting older and I'm still single, I just go out of my comfort zone and just talk. If I find them attractive, I just try to talk to them or, you know, ask them questions or whatever. But I think you got to definitely be outgoing, because if you're shy, you're not going to approach a guy. You're just going to try to wait, and if you wait, he may never come. So,
you know how when you used to probably be in school, high school, whatever, and you see a guy that you may be attracted to, and you're with your girls, and you all are giggling and laughing, like, oh my gosh, he's so cute.
So you drop a pencil.
And so and so you have that one friend in the group, at least one friend in the group's like, okay, well, I'm going over to him.
yeah.
Now she will never probably approach a guy on her own for herself, but she'll definitely go out there for you.
Yeah.
I'm going over there. No, and you like, no, don't stay here.
They'll be like, hey, well, I have a friend, and she thinks you're cute, so I was wondering if you think she's cute. And I'm just like, oh.
Circle yes or no, maybe so, you know, that kind of stuff. And so again, that person has to be outgoing. I know, like you were saying, Cassie, for me too. If I'm just somewhere, I'm going to strike a conversation. I'm going to strike up a conversation with a guy that I think that I may not necessarily be attracted to, or that I may be attracted to, and I just don't strike up conversations with guys either. I'm trying to talk to everybody, just to be social, basically.
Here's the thing for me. I think I'm more of an introvert. I have to be more comfortable with like my surrounding before I'm able to talk to other people, like introduce myself, things like that. So I have to be there for a little bit, you know, mingle, just kind of feel out the room, and then I'll be able to kind of talk to people. And I think that
So once
I'm warmed up, I can't just come into, hey y'all, happy. No, I'm gonna just stay on the wall.
It may take a drink for me.
to start
And I'll be like, yeah, he's that over there.
So again, just going back to the fact that, okay, well, you know what, Ruth was noticed, opposed to her just going out there saying, okay, you know what, I'm gonna try to find me a man.
And I think that's what highlighted her being noticed. She wasn't trying. It was just herself. Because I feel like there were other women out there, like, you know, probably just like, hey, look at me, pick this. But she was more so focused on herself, and then that's what got her noticed. So.
That reminds me of Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Remember the 3 little side chicks that
Yes.
always peeing
Yes,
over
that always-
Gaston?
yep.
Yeah. And she was just like reading her books and stuff like that. That's what Ruth reminds me of.
Okay.
That's a good comparison, though. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that movie tonight.
Maybe I'll go watch the video. Like, let me see what Cassie was talking about. Get you get some tips. And so here it is that you know, in today's day and age, people say that okay, women are a little bit more aggressive, thirsty, right, in their approach to a guy. And some guys say, well, you know what, I don't mind a woman coming up to me and, you know, striking a conversation. And then you have some who say, well, I do mind. I want to be the go-getter. I want to, you know, all that kind of stuff. And so what do y'all think about that? What is y'all opinions there?
I think it's definitely a generation thing, because my dad's always told me, like, the guy's supposed to chase you, not you chase the guy. But then in certain situations, some guys are, I guess, timid as well. So you kind of have to be like the person to kind of put your foot out first and things like that. So I do feel like it's a generation thing in how you're raised and things like that.
Yeah, it's definitely generational, because the guys that I know, they go out and they just talk to girls. Like, but there are some younger guys like who will take advantage of women, like approaching them and being this like this mythological being, you know, because the ratio here is like pretty high for women to So you know, they don't. I feel like they don't have to try as hard. But I think the older men, if you're past 30, I think they're more than likely to go out and get what they want.
Why do you say that?
Just from my guy friends that I know, like from seeing them and just like
Okay.
I just feel like as you get older, it's even on both sides. Everyone is going to try to go for what they want at this point. I mean, if you're at that level, you're at that point in your life where you're looking for a relationship and you want to settle down after a certain age bracket, I think everybody is trying to do the same thing, pretty much.
Trying to settle down, basically.
Yeah.
And trying to get them a boo.
Trying to find, yes.
And you know, again, the ratio is different in the DMV area, but I think that, and I guess again going back to finding my Boaz, because some people will say, well, there's no more good men out there.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're basing that off of everyone that they've dealt with.
Yes.
Just because you've dealt with a certain group of people, that doesn't equal all the other people out there in the world. So I don't like when people say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying I know lots of good men, so I don't believe that there's no more good men left in the world.
Yeah, and I'll hear ladies say there's no good men, and I hear guys say there's no good women left. And so it's almost like everybody's saying the same thing, and it's like, well, if you consider yourself a good person, then what's the problem?
Right.
What's going on?
Or it's more so where they're looking for these
where,
good men and good women. Because if you keep finding the same bad person in the same area, maybe you should look somewhere else.
And I always say, you know, if you keep attracting the same kind of person,
Yeah,
then
you
maybe
need to look
it's
inward.
you. Yes. It's not maybe, it is you. Something needs to change about you. And I always say that, you know, we usually attract who we are.
Yeah.
And we have that aura about us that, you know, if we keep attracting this guy or guys keep attracting this certain girl, then yes. Yeah. And so with Boaz though, again, people think that Boaz was an older guy as well. And there was no record that he had been married before. So I'm just going to assume that he was not. And again, let's say that he was about at least 10 years older than Ruth. Now, would y'all date a guy? Your face was like, I can't do 10. Well, at your age, you can't do 10.
No.
I mean, I could do 10. That means he's stable. We got a job. Probably
Yeah,
401k.
I don't know.
No, that doesn't always. 10 is.
So
10 is pushing it.
10
Yeah, 10
Like,
is
I gotta
pushing it.
really be on my last stroll.
Yeah, I have like I'm pushing maybe like before I can't have kids anymore. That's what I need to be on before.
Well, you
I
know,
accept.
Sarah had her first baby at what, 90?
Naomi can't do
But
that. Naomi can't do that.
But I feel
So the
like
lady in India had her baby, was she
Yeah, that's
70?
not number one.
That
Well, I
that's
feel
like one in a
if you-
million.
I feel like if you connect with somebody, like,
We
Their
can be
age is a number?
friends.
Your
yeah.
age is just a number?
I mean, I'm 29. If I meet somebody who's 39, that's not a big deal.
That just sounds like a lot of time between. I can't. Like 5 is really like
Your
next.
limit.
But if I'm at the point again where it's my age or
Or inspiring, yeah.
yeah, 10. If he's 10 years older, that's fine, sir.
But why?
15 years.
But why limit yourself now? If you meet somebody now who's 10 years older than you and they're a great guy, like why? What's the matter?
I don't know. Like I feel like maybe I'm weird about it. I have like uncles and aunts that are like 10 years older than me, so I feel like dating someone their age is kind of
It's like bringing one of their friends home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's that won't fly.
I see what you mean.
I'm 25.
I see what you mean because
35?
I have
Great
Yeah, but I
age.
have an uncle that's 35,
Right.
and he would probably like again. That's like bringing his friends
Friends
home. It
home.
would be really awkward.
35 is like a prime age. or
well
like prime-
for you because you're 29. You said you're 24, right?
25.
25.
Yeah.
So for you is a good age.
Mhm.
For me is a good age.
Mhm.
See, I like to do maybe 2 years older than me. I'm 34, so 34, 35, you know. But 10, I'd be like, huh? I'm like, I don't know. But we gotta go to this break. We are gonna be right back. You are listening to the Linda D. Lowe Show Girl Talk.
Clear on radio?
Yes, I'm thinking like,
Yo,
I can't bring home somebody 10 years older.
10 years.
You are still live
we
on
still
Facebook
alive and YouTube.
and YouTube.
Oh,
So,
they can hear us.
Yep.
yeah.
Oh.
So I'm trying to think, right? So 10 years. We have any comments on Facebook? Let me go to comments.
What's the Facebook page?
Right live.
Right.
So far we've got Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
Casey, introduce me to one of the good guys you know.
I got just a friend for you.
Ruth wasn't necessarily passive. It was the wisdom of Naomi who suggested that Ruth go and lay at his feet. There definitely was an effort on Ruth's part to get noticed, according to Cheryl.
Okay.
And I think that goes back to the whole accepting, like your parents picking somebody
Yeah.
for you. She listened and she
followed.
Yeah.
Because here it is the thing. I know what you, Valisha, you said, yeah. You know, I can. Now with Cassie, let's say your mom. How old is your mom?
She's 60, what's this year? 66.
Okay, so she in her late 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And so you would be like, if your mother said to you, this guy, I think he makes a perfect husband for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you would just be like, nah. Would you give it a try?
I would give it a try. I would definitely say hello and have a conversation.
But you wouldn't go out with him?
It depends on how the conversation goes.
Okay.
But I don't trust my mom. I would be like, yeah, set me up on a date. Let's go. I would have to talk to the dude first.
Right. Now, what about if your friend backed her?
Then yes.
You'll definitely,
Yes.
you'll jump on it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if your friend backed your mom, you'll be like,
I would be surprised if she's backing her. So I'd be like, oh my goodness, this guy must be it. Like he's the one. If they're both on the same team. So yeah, I would conversate and then maybe date. Maybe.
So back to the 10-year thing. For me, I couldn't do 10 years because just like you, Valisha, I have older siblings that's 10 years and like 9 years older than I am. And when you said that you feel like you would be bringing home their friends, I think I would feel the same way. Like, I cannot date somebody that's because I would feel like I'm bringing home my older siblings' friends.
And even for like on a smaller note. So my sister and I are 2 years apart. And she still feels awkward bringing somebody that's like
Your age?
my age. Like if she's trying to talk to them, she'll feel awkward like talking to somebody
Really?
that's my age because it's just like Nia, like that's my friend. Like I definitely had class with him like 2 years ago. Like, no, like that's my friend. Stop. So like the whole age matters. Age is more than just a number. Like age is more than just a number. It's also like experiences because with an older guy, the way that he approaches situations as far as maybe like raising kids or how he runs his household might be different from what I would want to do just because of our age gap, and that might cause conflict. So.
So you'll do what's your limit?
I think 42. Okay.
How much older is that? About 12 years?
Yeah.
Okay. 12 years.
Well, I'm more mature. Like I'm old,
Did
probably
people in your
older.
family marry older?
Yeah, my mom's husband is 10 years older. He's like 70 or 80 something, 83. Yeah.
Anybody else? Or just your mom?
Just my mom. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And sometimes it has a lot to do with that and how people in our families marry. I know my parents, they are, I think they're about 12 years apart. And I know my grandmother and grandfather, they were about 12, 13, maybe 15 years apart or something like that. But I'm like,
Yeah, that's that.
5 is the max.
My parents, my parents are 2 years apart, so that's always been
they're
like
two.
my,
Yeah,
my
my
little
mom-
buffer.
Yeah, it's either like 2 or 3 years older or younger. So
I can go one.
so
day
you'll go
younger.
younger.
no,
I
I
won't.
will not go younger.
Oh.
I can't do that. Unless he really has his stuff together. I cannot do younger. I cannot.
Could you do younger, Cassie?
Yes, I've done younger. Probably wouldn't be like.
Well, we know it won't be 10 years.
Might go to jail.
Might you?
I've done maybe 2 years younger. 2 years younger, yeah.
Okay.
But nothing more than that.
Younger?
I can go a year younger. Like it has to be like a year on the dot. Like it can't be a year and a month.
Month?
It's gotta be like a year. It's gotta be a year.
All right, maybe a year, maybe a
Maybe
year,
a year,
but
yeah.
nothing more. I can't.
But like she said, like he has to like
Have their stuff together.
on the same page.
I can't see myself going younger.
I mean, ideally, like that's not what I want. But
maybe
like,
when I'm 80.
and how much younger are you talking when you're 80?
Now that's what I can say. You know, hey, you in your 30s, you in your 40s.
Because you just on your last straw.
Maybe that's when I can go younger. But at 34, I'm like, I don't know if I can. Well, I've always been like that. And I'm still like, I mean,
I think 2 years is the max. If you go any lower, 2 to 4 is the max. At the lowest age you will go. That's it. But I think you can go a little bit lower.
well, for me, I'm just like, I don't know if I want to go younger than my own age. I'm just like, I don't
And
know.
sometimes when I like set those standards, I'm just like, am I settling or like stopping myself from finding that
Someone
person?
that-
Because
That's what I'm
he
saying.
could be younger than me, he
Yeah.
could be older than me, but at this point, it's just like,
My standards.
You-
are my
yeah,
standards.
my standards
You'll
are my
take-
standards. Once I hit 30, it's like, all right, maybe I can knock some of those
You
off.
not be so picky.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are definitely get knocked off when you turn 30.
But mine's hasn't. I'm 34. Mine's hasn't knocked off at all.
Since what age?
What you mean since?
Since when have they stayed steady? You're like,
Like when I was in my 20s, I wouldn't date anybody younger than me. When I was in my 20s, I wouldn't date anybody 10 years. I've usually always stuck in between 2 to 5 years.
okay, so you just mean age. You're talking just age.
Age, let me see some things that I have dropped. He doesn't have to have a Benz. So
Wait, you're serious?
I'm real serious.
Good thing you dropped that.
So those a lot of those material things I've dropped. A lot of those material things I've dropped.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, but yeah, age for me, age. I'm still going
Strong.
on with the age thing. Yeah, and so I feel like though that I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like these old guys be approaching me, and I be feeling ugh.
Yeah, I'm like, who's grandpa? Someone get their grandpa away.
I would be like, look, my dad could probably be your son. Like, we just, like, I'm gonna go home.
Yes.
Mm-mm. Or I'll just say I'm really young. Be like, oh no, like I'm 4. Leave me alone.
You 4?
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
You said you 4.
They might be pedophiles because you look pretty young. You look like you're a
See?
teenager.
Mm-mm.
She like, thank you.
No, but I'm 21. I just turned 21 in
Yeah,
guys.
21. Just made it.
So
Well, you still listen. You still got those car rentals, extra fees when you 20. It's not till you 25.
Let me tell you. When I take a trip with my friends, they were like, "Yeah, you gotta be 25." I was just like,
Wait, you had to be 25 to rent the car? Oh wow, they must have changed stuff. Cause you could. Well, I guess it depends on who you go with.
got one of my friends from college. Look, I need you to help us get.
Oh my goodness! Yes. So the age difference, the age gap, y'all like, yo, my eggs starting to dry up. Well, I ain't trying to have no more kids, so I'm like,
yeah, I don't have none. I don't have none by the time I'm 30.
Oh, if I don't have any by the time I'm 30, then I'm gonna start knocking down some standards. Maybe a 10-year guy might approach, and I'm like, hey, how are you?
So okay, so if you knock down some standards, what's the next limit? Age limit? 15?
No. I don't 15
and a half.
10
and a half.
10 is the max.
10 is the max.
Oh, 10 is the max.
10 is my ultimate, like, that's it.
Okay.
That's my last standard. If I
Okay.
can't get anything after my last standard, God wants me to be single. And I will accept that.
You have 40 seconds.
All right. So we have any more comments from Facebook?
Yep.
No more comments from Facebook. Where's my Facebook people at? Where's my YouTube people at? Where are y'all?
It's a little slow tonight.
It is.
All right, here we go. 15 seconds.
You don't play that Boaz song?
I can't play something I haven't heard. I gotta wait on that one. I would like to hear it though. You ready?
Hey, those who are joining me via the app, welcome back to the Linda D. Lowe Show Girl Talk. We had some good old conversation in here during the break, just talking about our limits and the age bracket that we'll go. And I think we kind of all said, 10 years is the max for us. So I want to know, what is your age limit out there? Call me at 888-BRITE, BRITE 86, and chime into this conversation. What is your age limit? Would you go 10 years older? Would you go 15, 12? What's your age limit? How far or younger? How much younger would you go? I know for some, you can't necessarily go 10 years younger, but how much younger would you go? So I want to just shift the conversation just a tad bit to basically a dating coach, because that's kind of how I saw Naomi. I saw her as a coach. She coached Ruth into what to do, how to do it even, and Ruth followed her directions. So, dating coach. I know we already talked about, well, can mama, pick the date for you, and so what about a dating coach?
I would. I actually kind of considered it already. Like, I started following some girl on Instagram, and she's like a dating coach, and I was supposed to go to one of her seminars, but I think I had something else to do, so I wasn't able to go. But if she has another one, I'm definitely going to consider going, only because I just think it's something different. Maybe it's something that I'm doing wrong, or something that she can teach me, or just learning different things. Like, I'm getting older and it hasn't gotten any better, so maybe someone else who is like a professional can help me find, my knight in shining armor.
So what about you? What, Cassie?
I would say no. Just because I'm already meeting a lot of people, and I think I might be picky. I think that might be my problem. Like, maybe I need
Get too picky, you think?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
I feel like, I don't know if a dating coach could help me. But I don't have a problem meeting people, so.
So, because some people will say, like, some guys would probably, has a guy told you before that you're too picky?
No.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So, sometimes guys are like, well, you're too picky. Why do you think you're too picky? Like,
Because she has standards.
yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Why do you think you're too picky? Like, what do you think that you're too picky about?
I was talking about this with my girlfriend. I was talking to this guy, and he said, "Oh, I drive an Uber." Like the conversation led to, "What do you do?" And he was like, "Oh, I drive an Uber." I was like, "And?"
That's your main job, or is that your
Like, yeah,
side
I just
job?
drive an Uber, and like I make a lot of money. I was like, "Do you have a passion?" Or like one time I talked to this guy who drove a bread truck, and he was in his 40s. I was like, "Okay, what else do you want? What's your passion?" He was like, "Passion. There's no such thing as passion." So. Like that, those are like one. Like,
So you're putting on the guys that drive then.
At least they got a car.
Right. You will
But that's
always
like-
get around.
That's like that 10-year thing. He's 44. He probably doesn't think he can do anything else
At
with
this
his
point,
life. So
yeah.
he's probably like, "This is it, miss. I'm just going to drive this truck for
Yep.
the rest of my life and get these
Accept me
benefits."
as I am.
Yes.
That would be a concern for me.
Yes.
For me, it would be a concern because they're basically, with that mindset, limiting themselves to, that's it. That's all. We got a comment?
Yeah, on Facebook, so we've got Kimberly
Hey,
is
Kimberly.
on the line. She says, I'm 26 and 10 years older is my max.
Is your
Yes,
max 10
me
years?
too.
How much younger? Did she say how much younger? So Shane say, so yeah, any other people out there, chime in. Let me hear you. What is your max when it comes to the limit that you will set for yourself and someone that you would date? So, going back to the dating coach, would you?
Okay, I think right now, because I'm 21, so right now I feel like I can find someone right now. Like I feel like I got it. A couple more years down the road, if I'm still in this position, then
What's a
I'll
couple? Like, as in literally two?
Like me.
No, like 4 or 5. I'm pushing 27, 28, and I'm alone still. I'll consider asking somebody for some guidance and help at that point. But right now, I feel like, I'm around a whole bunch of people at school, like, then I'm also like studying and things like that. So I feel like that's kind of more so my main focus. If I find somebody within that, then I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe 26, 27, 30, 35. At 35.
At 35?
I'm picking up all coaches at that point. Hi, anybody can guide me, help me.
I can die with you. You said at 35. Listen, I'll be 35 next year. I'm saying.
We're two different people. See, that's the thing. We're two different people. What works for you may not work for me. What works for me may not work for you. So you live your life, girl. Live your life.
So with the whole coach thing, you said that you'll try it out because you feel like you may not be doing something.
Yeah, I can't even think what the topic of what the name of her seminar was, but it really caught my attention. I'm going to try to find it, during the next week so I can bring it up or try to find it now. But yeah, with the topic really caught my eye, and I'm like, maybe I should go to that. Like, I might learn something. But also, I've started, I created an account on Soul Swipe, which is a dating website.
That's my show in July, sometime in July.
But I've actually met some, it hasn't gone anywhere, but
Is this your first time?
On a dating website?
On a dating
Yeah,
website.
so I told myself probably when I was about 22, if I'm not in a relationship by the time I'm 25, I'm creating an account because in this day and age, a lot of people do meet their significant other online. So I'm like, maybe I'll just try it out. It's nothing serious. I'm not looking for love, but if it happens, I'm not going to push it away. So I've definitely been very active on dating sites.
Okay, so we have a Facebook comment.
Yeah, for sure. Ami or Omi.
Omi, that's
Omi?
my friend.
Okay,
Hey, Omi.
sorry if I mispronounced it. I think age is just a number. It really depends on the person. Me personally, the youngest I've dated is 3 years younger, and I'm 28. But now I'm dating someone who is 48, which is 20 years.
Yes, it is.
Difference, and he is still swagged out. And I will say that I feel like he definitely knows what he wants, and in more seasoned than most men I dated. But again, it depends on maturity and intellectual mindset for many ways. For me, in any ways.
Okay, girl, you just hit me with the 20. I was like, whoo, wow, that's an experience, especially being 28 to date someone who's 4. That's a total different experience. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
You didn't like we friends. I didn't know
I
that.
didn't know
Okay, girl, you about to move in to a paid house.
Can I also just say that someone put a shout out for a particular dating coach that you might look into? Cheryl suggested that you go to dating coach Brandon Scott.
Okay. Looks up.
Where is he located?
Okay.
I think he's out of Atlanta, but we'll have to check in on that for you.
Okay. Yeah.
So I found the name of the seminar that she was having. Her name is Annie C. White _ on Instagram. And the title of this seminar she was having was Marriage Before Motherhood. So
Okay.
I was like, that's a good topic, and that's kind of another reason probably why I'm still single, because I don't, want to really have a child out of wedlock. So, and I'm still trying to, find my Boaz. So it's kind of, I'm like picky on certain things, but I'm also waiting because I just don't want to just rush
into something.
Yeah. So
Yeah. And going back to this picky thing, because again, like you were saying in terms of standards, because everybody have their own personal preference. Everybody got their standards, what they want, what they can deal with, what they can't deal with. And I think sometimes now there is some stuff that we may be picky about in terms of like, oh well, he has to be 6 foot tall.
You
He,
just have to be taller than
those.
me.
That's your requirement. Just taller than
taller
you.
than me, and when I wear my heels, you're still taller than me. That's all I ask.
That's at least four
now, how
inches.
tall are you?
I am 5'2.5".
Okay, so you can find.
I can
Guys
find
are pretty,
Pretty
but I'm
good.
like 5'5", so it's kind of hard if I put heels on and he's probably not going to be. We're going to be seeing eye to
Do
eye.
you have a personal preference on height?
I don't. I really want you to be taller than me, and not particularly just with my heels on, but just period. But if I have my heels on and I'm taller than you, like it'll be kind of awkward. But it is what it is.
But it's not a deal breaker, basically. It is.
Okay, it has been a deal breaker in the past, but again, as I get older, that might have to come down. Like he can just be short, and that's fine. There's plenty of tall models out here that have short guys, so I just think of myself as the model, and him as just a short
As a
man.
little dude?
Yes. That's how we have
I'm
to
on
switch
Soul
it
Swipe
around.
and I swipe left to all 5'5s and under.
Really? Girl, you missing out on some good dudes.
Well, they lie on there. Well, they lie and say they're taller though, so it's kind of
that is
weird.
something.
But I changed my preference on there, so I don't see anyone shorter than.
Wait,
a
so
certain
there's
height.
a preference that you can put.
Yeah, I put my settings on there.
Now you ain't gonna have to swipe so much.
Okay.
You about to change okay. So here it is again
Oh, I
in
lied,
terms
y'all.
of it's not on
just
there.
the ages.
Oh.
So here it is again, because with Ruth, I'm sure she had whatever standard it was that she had. And Boaz probably wouldn't even been a guy that she would have chosen on her own.
I also think, taking into consideration her situation. So at that point, she really kind of needed.
She needed a financial plan?
What? she was tired of struggling. I would have been tired of struggling at that point. If there's someone telling me, look, I can take care of it. Hi, how are you? You're gonna take care of me.
Listen, let me tell you something. There's a lot of sugar daddies that's out there that want to take care of you, get the poo-poo, but you ain't gonna be happy with it. I'm telling you right now. The financial plan thing is like, nah. So you think that because she was struggling, that's kind of why she went that route, or?
I think, well, initially, I think that's what led her to where she was. Because, she was taking care of the house now by herself. She had to bring home food, and that's where the situation led her. And then, by her focusing on that, and then Boaz noticing her in that aspect, she wasn't going to turn away that attention. And then on top of that, getting the affirmation. Yeah, the approval. That's what...
From Naomi?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what caused her to lay at his feet. So...
Okay. So is it possible, because again, like I said, with Naomi, had not Naomi pushed Ruth in that direction, would she have gone there? Is it possible that we're overlooking?
It's possible, yeah, that we're overlooking. You might need somebody to like, show like, oh, look at him, and you might see him in a new light. It's possible.
It's possible.
That makes me think of the friend zone.
That make it,
It makes me think of the friend zone. Like you put people in like the friend zone, and then you have that one experience with them, and then you just like,
you got a story.
I've put them in this situation for so long, and now
And you can't go back?
Like you can't because they've been there for so long, and now they view you as a friend. While all the while they've like loved you for like all that time. That friend zone.
So there's also like a couple of months ago, this guy approached me on Instagram. He's Adventist, goes to one of the churches I go to. And he was like, "Oh yeah, striking up a conversation." I was like, "Okay, maybe he's interested." And
In
then
the
he was
DM.
like,
Starting with
in the DM, yes, it went down in the DM. And then he was like, "Oh, I've seen your friends on your Instagram. Can you introduce me to one of them?" And I was like, first of all, I was hurt. Like, am I not cute? Like. And then I was like, I don't think this is appropriate by me.
Wait, so you didn't introduce us? You blocked them?
Yes.
Come on,
Look at my friends. I don't know him.
you blocking his blessing.
I'll have to find his blessings from somebody else.
Oh my goodness. So, Valisha, I think you had a story about the friend zone thing.
Because I friend zone people so fast. Like, for one, if I'm cool with a guy and like, because this is just my preference and my standards, I really prefer to not date guys who have children, a child, children, whichever. So if we are hitting it off and we're cool, and then I find out that you have a child, unfortunately you have now been friend zoned, and you are not coming out of it maybe until I'm about 35, and at that time it's probably
that's a desperate age.
Yes, that is a desperate age. Like, I can't, because I don't feel like, I'm like stepmom material, and plus myself, I'm kind of selfish, so I feel like I want all the attention. And if you have a child or children, and you have the mother of your child or children,
that's a lot you have to deal with.
And I'm
jump into.
I'm not ready to accept that baggage, especially because I feel like I'm still young. I still have time. So I don't want to settle. That's another thing. I don't want to settle for that at this time. So friend zone it is.
Friend zone it is, and I feel you, because sometimes I have a daughter that's 14, and even now I'm like, I don't know if I want to date a guy with kids. And especially when I was younger, same exact thing. You like, I'm selfish. How I'm gonna date you and you got a child? You need to be focused on your child. You can't be focused on me. So I feel you on that. Now that I'm older and I have a child, I'm like, can I still think like that? That's wrong because, but I still do think like that sometimes. But I mean, right now, I'm not even really interested in dating, so I don't even consider it. So the friend zone thing. So we have friend zone. Let's say if we friend zoned our Boaz, Naomi is like, stop. You got me thinking about all the friends that I didn't friend zone.
Oh, because I really think about certain people that I friend zoned, and I see them now, and I'm just like, what did I do?
But you can always come out.
Right, so that's my question.
No.
That's why, can the people that you friend zone, can you bring them out the friend zone?
Not always. Not
best
always.
friends.
Not best friends.
No,
but
best friends, they're there for life.
But if I put you in there by accident, you
By
can never come out.
Yeah, by accident, I would say yes.
That was an accident. I was just kidding.
I was kidding. Come back.
By accident, I cannot with you. Well, no, I feel you in terms of having friend zone that person. And it's like,
But
I can't.
to
I
me,
feel
to
like I
bring
can't
them
go
out,
back.
that would, to me, I would have to like put myself out there and let them know, like, okay, well, let's reestablish like feelings. So I can't do that. I can't. I don't have like
The guts.
No, I don't. I don't have the guts. Like, I need him to look at me and be like, look at me and notice that I'm telling you to come out of the friend zone. Like, I need him to get that. But if that doesn't happen, then friends forever we are.
But that could be your Boaz. Closed mouths don't get fed. So, if you think he's your Boaz and you accidentally friend zone them, tell him to come out. Right. And see where it goes.
But this is my thing. With the whole finding your Boaz and all of that, I think that it's so important that we have the eyes of God. Especially, just in life in general, but definitely in dating. Because, again, just going back to Ruth and Naomi, the relationship that they had. Because remember, Naomi is Ruth's mother-in-law. Okay? Not a lot of women get along with their mother-in-laws, but this is her mother-in-law. And she trusted her. And yes, they was in tough times in terms of financial situation because Naomi's husband was dead, her 2 sons was dead. So here it is, these women out here making it on their own and trying to live day by day. But she's telling him like, oh yeah, Boaz is the guy for you. And I guarantee you, this probably would not have been Ruth's choice. This probably would not have been, because again, you know, as we were saying, and some of the ladies, I saw Monica post, she said 16 years, she's done at least 16 years and 6 years under. We all have limits. You know, no matter if it's 10 years, no matter if it's 2, whatever, we all have some sort of limit. So I can imagine that Ruth may have had some sort of age limit as well. And I wonder if she went back to Naomi, that's not, you know, put in the Bible, if she went back like, you talking about the dude that's really old? You know, like, I don't know if he had gray hair or whatever, or had no hair, I don't know. But I could just imagine that she may have had some doubt, but because of her relationship with Naomi, she was like, okay, you know what, I'm going to do this. And I'm not going to look at the exterior, but take the heart of who he was. One, he was a businessman, so yes, he had some money. Is that the only reason why she got with him? No. That's not the only reason why I think the main reason she got with him was because she really trusted Naomi.
Yeah, I think she really valued her
opinion.
Yes.
Once she had that approval, then it was set in stone for her.
Yes, and I think for us, no matter what age we're at, we have to be able to definitely trust the opinion of a person who is wise and godly, I will always say, because we know Naomi wasn't no just around the way type girl, you know, she wasn't, you know, that wasn't her style, but
so
she was...
you're saying I should listen to my mom?
I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no, but if you feel like you need to listen to your mom, then listen to her. But most importantly, definitely listen to those who are spirit-filled, spirit-led. Because, bam, you know, Boaz will come right there. And again, when we're not necessarily, now it's fine, socialize, all that stuff, I'm with it. You know, hey, God created us to socialize with people. That's why he created us all. You know, if he didn't want nobody to socialize, he would have created one person. But God wants us to socialize, so I think that's important. But definitely being able to make sure that we have that person in our lives that can connect us, and not just necessarily listening to anybody and everybody, because we can listen to so many different people and then we still feel conflicted, like, oh my gosh, well, this dating coach said this dating coach. But making sure that whomever it is that we do follow, that we do listen to, is definitely filled with the Spirit, and not only just them filled with the Spirit, but us as well. Because at the end of the day, you will be the one who got to go into this marriage. So you have to be the one to go into this marriage knowing that this is a marriage that you want to make work. Some people got to understand that, you know what, oh, my marriage is going to work because he got money, he got this, or she got... No, it's going to work because you make it work, basically. So we are at the end of the show. I want to thank you, ladies, so much for joining me. This has been great, ladies. Already. I know it is over already. My God. Listen, I want to tell you all out there, thank you for chiming in on Facebook. To everyone out there, thank you for chiming in. Thank you, those who are watching via YouTube, for watching and chiming in. Those who are listening via the app and on the internet. I want to tell you about, well, before I tell you about that, today's show, Finding Your Boaz, is based off of my book, Dating Smart, 9 Tips to Transform Your Crazy Dating Life, where I just talked in there about how Ruth went about the process. A lot of people, again, are saying, I want to find my Boaz, but they're not necessarily taking the process that Ruth went through. And I'm not saying that you have to do the exact same steps, but there are key principles that we need to really find the mate that we can work with. So it is based off of that. So again, Dating Smart, 9 Tips to Transform Your Crazy Dating Life. You can get it on Amazon.com. Also visit me on my site at www.lindadlowe.com. Again, that's www.lindadlowe.com. And I want to invite you all out to a live broadcasting of my show, The Linda D. Lowe Show Girl Talk, on July 28th in DC. We're having a rooftop party, ladies, so I need y'all to come out. Yes, listen, you're going to have to come down from
That's
Philly.
my birthday weekend.
Really?
Oh my God, I want to go to DC.
Listen, so Valisha's going to be in the house. Go ahead and get your tickets. So make sure you come over to my site again, lindadlowe.com. And thank you so much for tuning in. Next week, again, the same time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can't remember the topic, but come on in and chime in. See y'all later. You've been listening to the Linda D. Lowe Show Girl Talk.
Cool.
All right, ladies. Thank you.
We're still live on Facebook, still live on
Thank you.
social media.
Yes, we are. You are exactly the head on.
Yeah, this hat staying on. Y'all do not want to see what's underneath this hat. Not until they're out.
The naturalistas know. The women know.
Look.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you for having me.
This was fun.
So fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
I definitely want y'all at the party. Spread the word.
I'm
Get
still
your
here.
tickets. Yes, tickets are on Eventbrite.com.
Okay.
But you can go to you can go to my
Is it on your
website,
new website?
Okay.
Okay.
and I'll send y'all the stuff for the lady.
If I'm not here, I'll probably like send it to my mom.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I go back to school early.
And I really was like, I think I want to go to DC for my birthday.
See?
And now you
What
know
day
how-
is your birthday?
The 27th.
So the 27th is your birthday. So that Wednesday. Okay.
Yes.
Fun. This was nice.
Yes. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Oh my God, it went by so fast.
It really did.
I'm like, it's
It
over
does.
already.
I checked the time. I checked the time. It was 7:20 last time I checked it.
Yes. It does go by extremely fast. So Brian is going to do a few pictures, I guess, once.
1.8. Yeah, 1800.
Today?
92 actually stayed on. And
This is from Facebook.
Facebook.
Okay.
1800 actually watched. Came on, 92 stayed on.
Okay.
So
Oh,
at
we're
some
still
point-
live on.
Yeah, when we stop, how do we stop that?
I think it's just hit
The
the
little
record. Yep, the record button right down at the
Oh,
bottom.
got it.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Too late. Sorry.